I am the Judas Resurrection.
I'm going to start out by saying gas prices were $3.69 a gallon today. But before you can turn it all off, before I get to the point, I'm going to tell you it's not about that. Or is it? Went to the gas station today. It's not about that. I went in and I get 11 cents off of my gas prices per gallon with my little card for the station. And so I go in with card for the station and I said, after I waited in line a little bit, gas prices are more than they've been in the last 2 to 3 years. And that's what was supposed to go down. I'm standing in line and people are waiting to pay for their gas. I think they're afraid it's going to get more than $3.69. Oh my gosh. Back in about 2014 or 15, somebody said it's going to be $5 a gallon by the end of the year. And I said, that's bullshit. And it went down and it didn't become $5 a gallon. It never got much more over $4. But here we are. It's got nothing to do with that. Not this story. I'm standing in line and people are buying gas. And I get up to this chick at the counter, and there's only one girl there working the counters, and I'm not sure she's all there. I mean, as far as what it takes to be a reasoning individual and being able to make calculated decisions, she's got the job because, well, they say anybody can do it. She's not very good at it. I've watched her for some time. I've looked at her and I've seen her as a transgender counterpart of, well, maybe even a fraternal twin. Doesn't have to be transgender. She could just be a fraternal twin to this useless fuck that I worked with at one point. She's got a bull neck just like him, and she's got a dim look in her eye. I'm like, oh no, this girl's all alone. And so I'm going up and I said, I want 2 packs of American spirits. And I sort of go, and I said, black. And she said, okay. So she went and got it. I scanned my card to get my 11 cents off on my gas at the company. She came back and she punches them in. She's good at this stuff. And I said to her, I said, and $10 regular on pump 9. And she went, and she's trying to punch this stuff into the thing. And I see her pull out a manual calculator from before the Texas Instruments stuff, just a calculator. And she's doing this and she's putting numbers in. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, I didn't realize what I was doing. See, she doesn't just look like that guy that I worked with. She has a counterpart, a cohort, a colleague at the business that looks just like Kid Rock. This place is all fucking retarded. And I'm not sure he's not his kid. We're close enough in proximity. This girl starts, and I looked at the number she typed in, and I said, you typed in 369. And she said, I said, it's supposed to take 11 cents. So I've never seen him doing math on a calculator at the gas station I go to. And she's going, ah. And I said, it should be 358. She said, well, that'll calculate in afterward. And all of a sudden up on the screen, it comes up like $68 or something. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And look at me. Don't I look like an aggressor? Do you know me? I am. But I don't use it willy-nilly. It's only meant to be used when necessary. You have to understand the situation. And I'm dealing with a person at this gas station, and I'm not insulting her. I'm telling you, she is not living up to like real fucking math. It's like 23% of the people in the United States of America are sub sixth grade reading level. Only 1% is truly illiterate. But these 23% that are under sixth grade, and then they fucking vote for a guy that talks at a fourth grade level, according to the fucking analysts, that type of stuff. I'm dealing with something here, and I'm being nice because I care. I know the only time people that don't live up to the abilities of others are unhappy is when those with the abilities of others talk down to them and demean them. These are humans, just like you. I was going to say just like me, but how can I say that? I'm an anomaly bordering on a singularity. I've never met anybody quite like me. And if I had, I'm pretty sure one of us would have killed the other one. I saw me walking down the road one day, and neither of us, when we met eyes, wanted to have any conversation whatsoever. You just stay over there and I'll stay over here, and I will try to keep things together in a meaningful way. Cigarette went out. So this girl's dealing with this, and it pops up, and it's got this huge number on it. I'm like, all I wanted is $10 worth of gas. There's no way it should be $68. And I'm talking reasonably with her. I'm thinking this stuff, and I looked at her, I said, that's too much. And she's like, what? And she's touching her head. She's about to fucking freak out. And I said to her, I said, look, and I never turned around to look at the people behind me because I didn't want to give them that good feeling that I was feeling like, what the fuck? They could misunderstand it that way. They were saying what the fuck, and I didn't want to give them credit for it. I didn't even think about it. Never thought about those people back there, but that's what it amounts to. And so I looked at her, I said, well, wait a minute. I said, how about we just, because she's trying to explain to me how it works and it makes no sense to what I'm saying. And I said, how about we just buy the cigarettes and finish that deal and then start with the $10 worth of regular gas on pump 9. And she's like, oh, I said, we'll just do that. I talked her down. I got her in order. And she's like, oh. After a couple times, she's like, okay. So I paid for the cigarettes. And then I said, how about $10 on regular? And she's like, dollars? I thought you said gallons. And I said, And I know I didn't say gallons because I'm not asking for 10 gallons of anything other than milk and love. And I said, I may have misspoken. I may have said gallons instead of dollars. And her eyes lit up and she came to. And we did this second transaction. I went out, pumped my gas, and left. But in the process, I turned around and looked, and there was a line of people, and they didn't seem irate. It seemed like they understood there was a pleasant conversation and something being taken care of. And that's all you can hope for, man, is to have something taken care of. I don't think she's transgender. I think she's just fucked up. But I saw 2 fraternal twins today, and they had knives and drills, and they were about 8 years old. Probably the best thing you can ever do is keep twins separated.